part of why I felt inspired to do this retreat and why I think that these practices are so helpful is um, these practices really help to clarify our own reactivity and biases and blindnesses. And so if we're bringing our own kind of veiled view um, to what's happening in the world, then we could just be perpetuating the challenge or the confusion. And so I think the more that we can be present with our own suffering and our own confusion and like relax inside of ourselves, then we can be more skillful in the challenges that we're facing in the world. And so it feels like kind of an essential activist training, really.
I think there's a lot of 3 year retreat feels like it's kind of pushing you to the edge and beyond, and just helping one like not make such a big deal out of it, like be able to be a little bit more comfortable with the chaos of life and everything happening, and maintain that thread of bodhicitta. So it feels like that's kind of one of the many ways that the 3 year retreat kind of instructs us both explicitly and implicitly.
I often heard that retreat was very much about getting along with other people. But I think it's exactly as you said, it's about getting along with your mind. In the midst of challenge, whether it comes from other people or sleeplessness or, doubting ourselves or whatever it may be, just getting along with our mind. And as Drupal Kempo, our teacher at Pulari, advised us, is learning how not to get tangled up in all of the kleshas that come up. Because of there's a gazillion reasons every single day for kleshas to come and tempt us with their ways. And getting to know our mind well enough to do what we can, whether we're tangled up in them or not, is so much of a part of it. You're absolutely right.
I loved being in retreat, and I didn't want to leave. At any point in the retreat, I did not want to leave, and I didn't want to leave when the doors opened at the end. But within that, there were times where I just felt like I had reached my full capacity. Like, I can't do another ritual, I can't do another puja, and it was just a continual realization that I'm capable of, or we all are capable of so much more than we realize. And that's one of the gifts of that schedule that, was in place, and it was a kind of a discipline in itself. And though it was very structured and inflexible, it really became a way of freeing my mind in a way. It's like of course, the practices were profound, but there was, on a really sort of practical level of learning, a big teaching and what my capacity is as a human being.
The main thing is really the motivation that you, again and again, like I shared with my own story, we all harbor these ulterior motives that we're not even aware of. So continually coming back to bodhicitta again and again, and recognizing that self-deception will be there, and that the main thing is to uncover that self-deception and develop that motivation on a more and more authentic level.
It really feels like the most extraordinary and wonderful experience. I'm so grateful to have been able to do 3 year retreat, and I really, really hope that they continue, because I think there's lots of benefit of doing intensive practice on your own, like in a solitary retreat or in daily life, and being able to be in a cloister in an environment like that, I think is such an extraordinary blessing. And so part of my kind of life wish, heart wish, is to help support 3 year retreats to continue to happen.